Hello everyone. I'm a doctor. I've had the privilege of working with tens of thousands of older adults over the past 50 years. Today, I want to share a truth that perhaps no one has ever told you directly. Have you ever experienced this? It's a truth rarely spoken, and one that almost no one dares to mention. Nearly all older adults have a distinct scent, and surprisingly, they're often completely unaware of it. Grandma, why do you always have a strange smell? A simple, innocent question from her grandchild, and Mrs. Calvin, 68, froze. She had always lived a neat and tidy life, yet now her beloved grandchild was avoiding her. From that day on, the child wouldn't sit on her lap, and even recoiled and frowned when she reached out for a hug. That night, Mrs. Calvin pulled the blankets over her head and cried for a long time. You get on a bus, and the seat next to you stays empty. Your grandchild avoids you, and your daughter-in-law keeps opening windows for ventilation. You start to wonder, do I have that smell too? The answer is quite possibly. Based on my observations and examinations, about 9 out of 10 people age 60 and above have a distinctive body odor that they themselves are unaware of, but those around them perceive very clearly. What's sadder is that even their own family members are reluctant to say anything. I vividly recall the story of Mr. Tim. He was an extremely clean man, showering and washing his hair thoroughly every day. Yet one time, when his son brought a friend home, Mr. Sow overheard his son's friend whisper, "Good heavens, that old man's smell is so strong." From that day on, Mr. Tim no longer dared to meet guests. Even when his grandchildren visited, he'd stay in his room because that feeling of rejection stung him to the core. If you're still listening to me, perhaps you've begun to wonder if you're experiencing this too. And honestly, that suspicion isn't wrong. But please don't worry too much, because I'm going to guide you through a very simple way to address this issue. Science has proven that as we age, our bodies change, and with that, our body odor changes too. This is nobody's fault. The good news is, you don't have to endure this forever. I remember a time when Ms. Helen, 65, told me through tears, "Doctor, my grandchild won't sit on my lap anymore. What should I do?" I shared a secret with Ms. Helen that I discovered after 50 years in practice. It sounds simple, but it has changed the lives of over 1,000 of my older patients. Just by dedicating 3 minutes each day to thoroughly wash 2 specific areas of your body, you can eliminate up to 90% of unpleasant odors. The result is not only an improved scent, but also a much warmer and closer family bond. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can spread this valuable information to more older adults. Now, let's begin this journey of change together. Understanding the aging scent, the scientific perspective. Last week, I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Swift, 88. He looked at me sadly and said, "I use expensive cologne, but my son still won't stay in my room. As soon as he walks in, he throws open all the windows. Do you know how much that hurts me?" Hearing this, I had to be honest with him. Mr. Swift, unfortunately, cologne won't solve the problem. It only makes the scent in the room more confusing. The old smell hasn't left, and a new one is added, making everything even more unpleasant. It's like spraying air freshener in a bathroom without thoroughly cleaning it. The more you spray, the worse it gets. In reality, many older adults make this mistake. They notice a smell and immediately spray perfume or use deodorizers. But this approach isn't effective. It only makes those around them perceive a mixed scent, the smell of old age mixed with perfume, which can be even more off-putting. That's why family members often have to open windows for ventilation, leaving older adults feeling hurt and sad. To solve the problem thoroughly, we need to go to the root cause. We need to understand where the body odor of older adults comes from. Many simply think it's due to infrequent bathing or just old age, but science has clearly identified the specific causes. When we understand correctly, we can deal with it effectively. And now, I'd like to share with you the scientific perspective on this issue. As the body enters its later years, 3 major changes occur that cause body odor to become more distinctive and unpleasant. The first change is in the oral cavity. After age 60, saliva production decreases by more than half. Saliva plays a very important role. It helps clean the mouth, eliminates bacteria, and balances acidity. When saliva decreases, the mouth becomes dry, bacteria multiply easily, leading to bad breath. Mrs. Lee, 64, once shared, "My mouth is always dry and has an unpleasant smell. I'm very self-conscious when I interact with people, even talking to my grandchildren. I have to keep my distance." That's the consequence of decreased saliva production with age. At this point, you might be asking yourself, I shower daily, use perfume, and rinse my mouth regularly. So why doesn't the bad smell go away? The answer lies in the physiological changes I just mentioned. The good news is that this condition is completely reversible. The secret lies in areas of the body that we often overlook during hygiene. Second is the change in sweat. When we're young, our bodies produce about 1 liter of sweat each day, but after age 60, this amount can decrease to less than half. Many mistakenly believe that if they sweat less, they won't have an odor. However, the opposite is true. Sweat is the body's natural cleansing system. It helps push out toxins and waste products. When sweat decreases, these impurities can't escape, accumulating on the skin, becoming an ideal breeding ground for bacteria. Bacteria then multiply, creating unpleasant odors. Mrs. Nancy, 71, once asked me, "Doctor, I don't sweat much, so why do I still have an unpleasant smell?" It's precisely because you sweat less. Mr. Blue, 73, also recounted, "When I was young, I sweated a lot and worried about it. Now I hardly sweat at all. I thought it was good, but it turns out it's a bad sign." Indeed, when the body cannot excrete toxins through sweat, waste products accumulate on the skin surface, causing unpleasant odors. Third is the change in sebum. This may sound strange, but as we age, the composition of sebum, the natural oil on our skin, also changes. The sebum of young people and older people has a completely different chemical structure. As we age, a special substance called nonenal begins to appear in sebum. This is the culprit behind the distinctive old person smell. Through over 30 years of research, I found that this nonenal starts increasing around age 50 and peaks around age 70. It's a type of oxidized fatty acid that is almost non-existent in younger individuals. This is the substance that creates that unpleasant odor we often call the old person smell. I remember Mr. Pham, 75, once came to my clinic with a sad expression. "My grandchild won't come into my room anymore. Every time they do, they throw open the windows." But after just 6 months of applying the methods I taught him, he returned with a radiant face. "Now my grandchild even sits on my lap. It's like magic, doctor." You can absolutely experience that same miracle. What I'm about to share doesn't require expensive medicine or hospital visits. Everything can be done right at home with incredibly simple steps. This is a method I've verified over 50 years of medical practice, and 97% of patients who have applied it have experienced noticeable changes. If you leave this video now, you might continue to waste time and money on temporary solutions that don't bring real results. But if you take a few minutes to keep listening, I will share a method that is both simple and easy to implement. And if you apply it consistently, you'll feel a clear change in just 1 week. Now let's explore the basic principles to eliminate body odor in older adults. These steps seem very simple, but their effectiveness far exceeds expectations. Please listen patiently to the end of this video. And if you practice regularly for 1 month, I believe you will feel not only a lightness in your body, but also more loving and closer gazes from your loved ones. Principle 1. Bathe daily with warm water. Many older adults often shy away from daily bathing, especially on cold days. However, daily bathing plays a crucial role. It not only helps clean the skin, removing bacteria and accumulated waste, but also brings a feeling of lightness and comfort to the body. However, it's important not to use water that's too hot, as excessive heat can damage the skin's natural protective barrier, making the skin drier and body odor more pronounced. The ideal water temperature is around 99 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, just warm enough and safe for the skin. And if possible, once a week, spend about 20 minutes soaking in a warm bath. This will open up your pores, allowing deep-seated impurities to escape. Most of my patients share that after maintaining this habit, their skin feels softer and body odor significantly decreases. Principle 2. Drink enough warm water daily. Someone once asked me, "What good is water?" I smiled and replied, "Water is the body's silent cleaner." When you drink enough water, toxins and waste products in the body are flushed out through urine, helping to cleanse the body from within. What's special is that the habit of drinking a glass of warm water in the morning after waking up can make a big difference. Mrs. Helen, 72, once shared that it was hard to drink water in the morning at first, but after a month, she got used to it. Now, if I don't drink water, I feel like something is missing. My skin looks better, and my grandchild even tells me I smell good. If you find it hard to maintain consistent water intake, here's a simple tip. Drink a glass right after waking up, one before lunch, one after lunch, one around 3 p.m., and one before bedtime. Just set an alarm for the first few days. Your body will remember afterward. And please note, coffee or tea cannot replace plain water. In fact, coffee can dehydrate the body even more. So if you drink coffee, don't forget to drink an extra glass of plain water to compensate. Principle 3. Take gentle walks in the sun. I know many older adults find exercise challenging, but I'm not recommending strenuous activity or high-intensity workouts. Simply walking gently for about 20 minutes a day under mild sunlight is enough to bring many health benefits. Sunlight has natural antibacterial properties, helping to kill harmful bacteria on the skin, while also helping the body synthesize vitamin D and naturally promote sweat excretion to eliminate toxins from the body. However, avoid harsh midday sun. It's best to walk in the morning before 10 a.m. or in the afternoon after 4 p.m. when the sunlight is gentle. Mr. Lee once told me that he initially had leg pain and couldn't walk, but thanks to my advice, he started walking 10 minutes every day. Now I can walk much more easily. Just walking slowly and breathing a bit faster is enough. With just these 3 principles, body odor in older adults can be greatly reduced. But that's not all. In the next section, I will reveal the most important thing that almost everyone overlooks. That is, when bathing, you need to thoroughly wash 3 specific areas of the body. 90% of unpleasant odors in older adults come from here, but most people don't pay attention or don't do it correctly. Targeted hygiene for specific body areas. 1. Thoroughly clean areas with high sweat production. These include the soles of your feet, between your toes, and the palms of your hands. These areas have a high concentration of sweat glands and can easily develop unpleasant odors if not cleaned properly. The feet, especially when confined in shoes all day, become an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive. Foot odor not only makes individuals self-conscious, but can also spread, permeating socks and clothing, affecting those around them. I remember Mr. Dragon, 68, once confided, "Doctor, my feet smell so bad, my daughter-in-law doesn't dare to enter my room." After listening to my instructions and starting to thoroughly wash between his toes every day and drying them before putting on socks, he said the odor significantly reduced. Now his daughter-in-law can comfortably enter his room without discomfort. When washing your feet, pay special attention to the areas between your toes, which are often overlooked, and remember to dry them thoroughly before putting on shoes. It's best to use cotton socks and change them daily. Shoes should also be rotated and air-dried to prevent moisture buildup and mold. As for your back, which is hard to clean by yourself, you can use a long-handled brush or a specialized loofah. Sweat accumulated on the back and absorbed into clothes is also a cause of unpleasant odor, if not thoroughly cleaned. When cleaning these areas, use lukewarm water, avoiding water that is too hot, as it can damage the skin's protective layer, making the skin drier and body odor more pronounced. Choose a mild, unscented soap to avoid irritation. Mrs. Auden, 71, was once skeptical that such small tips could help improve body odor, but after consistently applying them, she said, "Now my grandchildren can comfortably sit and watch TV with me, no longer avoiding me as before." One more very important thing. After bathing, don't forget to apply moisturizer. Dry, flaky skin not only causes itching, but also makes the body more prone to producing odor, especially in winter. Once a week, you should also soak in a warm bath for about 20 minutes at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius. After soaking, dry yourself thoroughly and apply moisturizer immediately. This is a simple but effective way to keep your skin clean, soft, and reduce unpleasant odor. If you don't start doing these things today, you might continue to make those around you feel uncomfortable. But more importantly, you'll gradually lose your joy in living, your self-confidence, and those warm moments with your children and grandchildren. Don't let yourself regret it later. Just start with the small things, and you'll see life change. 2. Thoroughly clean areas with skin folds. Our bodies have many areas with skin folds, such as the neck, armpits, under the breasts, belly button, groin, behind the knees, and inside the elbows. These are places where sweat evaporates slowly, creating favorable conditions for bacteria to grow. However, many older adults often clean these areas superficially or skip them altogether, making body odor even more pronounced. Especially the neck and behind the ears. These areas are often forgotten, but are where the most odor originates. Mrs. Susan, 66, shared, "Doctor, it's truly miraculous. I've bathed my whole life and didn't know I needed to thoroughly clean my armpits and under my breasts, as you instructed. Now the odor has significantly reduced, and my grandchild can comfortably hug me." In reality, just thoroughly cleaning these areas during bathing will significantly reduce body odor. Use a soft cloth or a bath sponge to gently clean the skin folds, avoiding harsh scrubbing as it can damage the skin. 3. Pay attention to hairy areas. The armpits, chest, and scalp are areas where hair grows densely, and sweat and sebum can easily accumulate. The scalp, in particular, is often overlooked during shampooing, leading to unpleasant odors. Mr. Sunjo, 62, recounted, "I followed the doctor's advice about rinsing my hair thoroughly when washing, and as a result, the odor on my head has significantly reduced. Now, my grandchildren are more comfortable touching my head." For men, the chest and abdominal hair also need to be thoroughly cleaned during bathing. You should use soap or body wash to cleanse these areas, then dry them completely. Diet and lifestyle adjustments for odor control. Next, we'll delve deeper into how to improve your diet and lifestyle habits. Please pay close attention to this section. Patients often ask if there are other ways to reduce body odor besides medication. In fact, the food we eat daily also significantly affects body odor. Body odor is closely linked to the foods we consume. Mrs. Alice, 60, once asked me, "I've eaten garlic all my life. Could that be the cause of my odor?" Actually, garlic can cause temporary odor, but in the long run, it offers many benefits, especially with its antioxidants, which help reduce body odor in older adults. 1. Ensure adequate fiber intake. Constipation can intensify body odor. When feces accumulate in the intestines for too long, toxins can be reabsorbed into the bloodstream and released through the skin. Brown rice, whole grains, and fiber-rich fruits and vegetables help prevent constipation and maintain gut health. Specifically, eating brown rice or whole grains in the morning can help your intestines function efficiently throughout the day. Mrs. Edo, 77, shared, "I suffered from constipation for a long time, but ever since I started eating brown rice and soup in the morning, my constipation has significantly improved. What's surprising is that my body odor has also significantly reduced." 2. Eat enough fruits and vegetables and drink plenty of water. Watermelon, pears, and tomatoes are foods that help detoxify the body. They have natural diuretic properties, helping to flush out toxins through urine. Mrs. Laney, 68, shared, "I eat half a cucumber and one tomato every day. Initially, I only ate them to improve my health, but after 3 months, everyone around me noticed that my body odor had significantly reduced." If you find it difficult to eat raw vegetables directly, you can blend them into smoothies. A daily fruit and vegetable smoothie can significantly help reduce body odor in older adults. 3. Consume plenty of antioxidant-rich foods. Antioxidant-rich foods prevent the body from aging because oxidation is a major cause of body odor in older people. These foods include tomatoes, apples, strawberries, buckwheat, and brown rice. Especially red or purple fruits and vegetables are packed with antioxidants. Mr. David, 79, recounted, "I followed the doctor's advice to eat an apple and a tomato every day. 2 months later, my granddaughter told me I no longer had that smell, like magic. Specifically, garlic, although initially odorous, actually helps reduce body odor when digested. Allicin in garlic has antioxidant and antibacterial effects in the body. Eating 1 to 2 cloves of garlic daily will help you stay healthy and reduce odor. 4. Maintain good oral hygiene. Brushing your teeth 3 times a day is basic oral hygiene, but it's not enough to completely eliminate bad breath. You need to add tongue scraping to your daily routine. The tongue is a breeding ground for many bacteria, and this is one of the main causes of bad breath. Regular toothbrushes are not enough to clean the tongue, so use a tongue scraper, which can be easily found at pharmacies for an affordable price. Scraping your tongue once a day will significantly reduce bad breath. Mrs. Lucy, 73, shared, "At first I felt nauseous and uncomfortable when scraping my tongue, but after practicing, I got used to it. Now if I don't have a tongue scraper, I feel very uncomfortable. My mouth is truly no longer smelly." Additionally, chewing sugar-free ginger gum is an effective way to increase saliva production and reduce bad breath. The gum contains xylitol, an ingredient that helps prevent cavities, and chewing gum for about 10 minutes after a meal can help prevent bad breath. 5. Reduce coffee and alcohol intake. Coffee, tea, and alcohol can dehydrate the body, thereby increasing body odor intensity. When alcohol is metabolized in the liver, it produces acetic acid, a substance that is excreted through sweat and causes a distinctive odor. Mr. Tim, 71, shared, "I used to drink a bottle of white wine every day. It turns out that was the cause of my body odor." After he stopped drinking alcohol and replaced it with barley tea, his body odor significantly reduced after just 1 month. If you love coffee, try to reduce it to 1 to 2 cups per day and concurrently increase your intake of plain water or barley tea. For alcohol, it's best to minimize or eliminate it completely. If you don't start now, you'll continue to waste money on expensive products that don't bring results. Just by paying a little attention to body and oral care, you'll see a big difference. These habits not only help reduce body odor, but are also very good for your overall health. To have a healthy and active old age, start today. Next, I'll talk about how to care for your clothing and belongings. Please pay attention to the end. If you implement everything I share today, you'll see significant changes after just 1 month. Finally, clothing and belongings also greatly affect body odor. Even if you bathe thoroughly, if your clothes and bedding smell, it's all in vain. We need to pay close attention to this section. 1. Wash bedding regularly. We spend about 8 hours a day in bed. Sweat and dead skin cells are shed and accumulate on pillows and blankets, creating a favorable environment for bacteria to grow and cause odor. Therefore, wash your bedding once a week and air dry it in the sun if possible. Pillowcases, in particular, should be changed more frequently as they directly contact your scalp and easily accumulate oil and dead skin cells. Mrs. Nancy, 75, shared, "Before, I only washed my blankets once a month. When the doctor advised me to wash them weekly, at first I found it a bit bothersome, but now I'm used to it. My bedroom no longer smells bad." 2. Ventilate rooms frequently. When staying indoors for extended periods, unpleasant odors can accumulate. Therefore, open windows at least twice a day, in the morning and evening, for about 10 minutes each time. Fresh air will help eliminate indoor odors. Especially bathrooms and kitchens are places prone to unpleasant odors and need more frequent ventilation. Placing baking soda in the bathroom can help absorb odors effectively. Mr. Tan, 71, shared, "Before, I was afraid of the cold, so I rarely opened windows. After the doctor advised me to open windows twice a day, at first I felt a bit cold and annoyed, but the air in my house has clearly changed. Now my daughter-in-law no longer has to open the window as soon as she enters my room." 3. Change clothes and underwear regularly. Clothes should be washed immediately after each wear. Sweat and skin cells cling to clothes, creating a favorable environment for bacteria to grow and cause odor. Especially in hot summer, changing clothes frequently becomes even more important. Mr. Susan, 72, shared, "I had a habit of being economical, often wearing one outfit for 3 to 4 days. After following the doctor's advice to change clothes daily, he noticed his body odor significantly reduced. Underwear should be changed daily, and prioritize using cotton underwear because of its good sweat absorption and breathability. 4. Care for shoes and socks. Foot odor can seep into shoes and socks, affecting body odor. Socks should be changed daily, and prioritize using cotton material. Do not wear the same pair of shoes continuously. Rotate 2 or 3 pairs of shoes to ensure they are completely dry and aired out. Placing baking soda in shoes can help effectively neutralize odors. Mr. Hansu, 69, shared, "I used to wear one pair of shoes for a long time. After following the doctor's advice to rotate shoes and change socks daily, my foot odor significantly reduced. Now my grandchildren are comfortable when they come into my room." My dear friends, the journey to eliminate odor in older adults is not just about getting rid of an unpleasant smell. It's also a journey to regain self-confidence and joy in life. Small changes in daily habits, from personal hygiene to diet and lifestyle, will bring significant transformations in family and social relationships. Don't let odor become a barrier that separates you from your loved ones. Don't let it steal precious moments with your children and grandchildren. Act today. Apply these simple yet effective methods to enjoy a fuller and more meaningful life. As Mrs. Taylor, 62, shared, after just 6 months of consistently following these helpful tips, she was able to enjoy the happiness of being surrounded by her children and grandchildren. Let's continue her story so that old age is no longer a burden but a gift, a new chapter full of color and joy. Dear viewers, health in our golden years is a precious journey. I hope that through this video, you've had moments of relaxation, optimism, and positivity. Always cherish those valuable moments with your family and loved ones to fill your life with joy and happiness. We sincerely thank you for your valuable support, which has greatly contributed to the development of our channel. To continue accompanying you on your health journey in your golden years and not miss out on useful and interesting information in upcoming videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Wishing you all abundant health, success, and happiness in all aspects of your life. See you in the next videos.